You are listening to Parking Lot Perspectives with Darin and Evan.
Welcome back to Parking Lot Perspectives, or Couchside Perspectives. You might notice that Evan, my partner, is not here right now. He had a personal situation come up, so our best friends, Jess and Chris, are sitting in as they were on our previous couple episodes ago. This is our last episode of Traitors. We just saw the season finale. We did not watch the reunion. We just saw the season finale. And I want to get their thoughts right off the bat. Jess, real quick, thoughts.
There's so much.
Biggest takeaway for everyone listening. By the way, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and follow. What's the big takeaway for them?
Oh, I don't.
Chris.
You go.
I am definitely glad with how it ended, and without giving away spoilers yet, because we're going to talk about it, it ended appropriately.
Ooh, I think that's a really good term, because I think all three of us were really excited with the way it ended. So the show started off, Jess took the notes this time since Evan wasn't here. She takes copious notes as Evan does. It opened up at the final table with Danielle realizing that her best friend, her ride or die this time again, Brittany, voted her off. And Jess, I think, said it first, even before Chris, that when she was saying who she was, she thanked everyone except for Brittany. And Dylan caught it. But yeah, so Danielle's gone. I thought it was great. Very emotional. Brittany was super emotional. Jess, you said something about, like, too emotional.
She was too emotional. I mean, Danielle dogged her right out, and she just kind of lost it. She started crying immediately. So.
Yeah. So it was right on from there. They go right into the talking. Dylan immediately starts in with it's Brittany. But the seer issue came up. You want to tackle the seer?
Yeah, so we found out that the seer was Brittany, which is lame because now the one remaining traitor is the seer. So now she has a decision to make on whether who she picks, and then does she lie about if they're faithful or not when they go talk to the group. And I think she did what she should have done, which was tell the truth. She pulls in Gabby and reveals that Gabby is a faithful, and then at breakfast the next morning they all get together and Brittany says, yep, Gabby is a faithful.
Yeah, and I think all three of us were puzzled because nobody got murdered, but they all came in one by one into breakfast. I thought it was really weird.
Yeah, and I felt like it was drawn out and dramatic like the show is in general.
Yeah, so they then started talking immediately. Dylan starts talking about, hey, I think it's Brittany, could be Gabby still. But they go into this challenge, and Jess had the best line. The challenge was anticlimactic at best. So they had to get a scroll. There's 5 players left. They had to get a scroll. They had a chance to win $25,000. And the scroll told them where to go.
It was a riddle.
It was a riddle.
To figure out where you needed to go to find
So
gold.
you had to hunt. And the one place they had to go that you couldn't hunt was a unicorn forest because unicorns aren't real. So they go. Okay, great. They get the $25,000. They get another scroll, tells them to go where the money is in these Morgan convertible cars. Very cool. They get $25,000. It was like, wow.
It could have been so much better.
Yeah. I'm waiting to see when Evan does see this. Evan's going to be pissed. Yeah. So then they come back to the castle and Alan says, hey, I'm going to give you all a chance to double the money, which Chris and I were excited as hell because they got to go up in a helicopter and then they got to drop bags of the money that they just won to double it.
They were hanging.
Great call.
They didn't go up in the helicopter.
Yeah. They were underneath.
Took them up.
They were underneath. Chris estimates probably 60 to 100 feet in the air, based upon his very technical brain. Mine's not. And so they drop, and they basically, you said it was a no, they couldn't lose. All they did was just add.
Yeah, so when we first heard it, we thought they were going to be risking the money with a chance to double it. No, they were just literally given the chance to double it. They're like, oh, great, you got $25,000. Now we're going to go put you on a helicopter ride, and you can double it potentially. No risk.
So they got another $37,500 out of it. So the whole pot, I think the whole pot's down like $204,000, something like that. So it comes down to the final round table, and everyone's all like, hey, last time we were happy was when we were in the cars because it's the last challenge. They go to the event, or the round table. Brittany is dressed in white. Jess, you said it was symbolic?
I felt, she's in this white coat and she's got this headband crown
Big
on.
headband. big.
Just was very, I guess because we're watching it and we know, just very obvious.
Yeah.
So.
And then Dylan was dressed studly in a nice beige outfit. Ivar, how Ivar has gotten this far in this game is beyond me, but props to him because he's in the final 5.
Yeah.
Gabby comes dressed in a very sleek black outfit with a nice baby pin as a necklace. And then Dolores is wearing a jumpsuit from the 1980s with shoulder pads that would take somebody's head off in red. So lo and behold, the votes happen. They go back and forth, and I think Chris talked about it, maybe even Jess might have. Brittany just went on attack.
A warpath.
Yep.
Wow, she went after Dylan to the point where Dylan even said a few cuss words at the end, like F and A, man. I can't speak. But we'll cut to the chase because we want to keep this episode brief. Brittany gets voted out by everybody. Unanimous. None of us.
I was so happy.
None of us saw the unanimous vote coming.
Spoiler alert, there is no spoiler because she doesn't say if she was a traitor
Great
or
call.
not.
That's a great
when
call.
She left.
So that's really important what Chris mentioned because you don't know if who they got rid of was good or bad.
We do.
We do, right?
They don't.
So they all go back, and then Alan says, okay, meet me by the fire of truth? Ring of truth? Something like that. Something like that. And they each get a bag in this little box, and if you want to call it safe, meaning you're good with who's left, because there's only Ivar, Gabby, Dolores, and Dylan left. If you're good with that, the bags that are green are going to be
In the game.
In the game. Red means we're going to banish another person.
And if one person puts in red, they all
If
have to vanish.
one person puts in red. So Dolores says, hey, I still think Dylan is right. I mean,
Yeah, she's still on to...
still on. She's on the Tom Sandoval kick. So it starts with Ivar. Ivar throws it in, and it's green. He's happy. Goes over to Gabby.
It's green.
It's green. Then it goes over to Dylan. And hey, for Evan, when you do watch this, remember I said this is all scripted. They left Dolores to the end because now we know. They go to Dylan. Dylan.
It's green.
It's green. Dylan's comment is, I'd rather win as a team than win as an individual.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was a very good line from him. So then Dolores throws hers in after a commercial break.
Yeah.
We're waiting for red, but no,
It's green.
it's green. The game is over. And so they all split.
Well, they said there in reveal that they were all faithfuls. They're all cheering and happy.
Yeah.
And then the host comes up and says, by the way, there's one person that we didn't say the identity. Last night at the round table, Brittany was banished. And she was a traitor. And they all lost it.
They all go crazy. But
Yay.
so I want to, again, a little shout out to Evan on this one. You made me watch this for these guys to win $25,000 after
More or
taxes.
less. More or
Pretty
less.
much, because they're going to split $204,000 four-way. They probably got to pay some fees to the UK since it was filmed in Scotland. So yeah, they each won about 25 grand. But I will say, last episode I thought was really good.
I did too. And apparently this is the most faithful that I've won.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't
4
watched the
faithfuls.
other seasons, so I don't know.
I thought it was great that the three of us had never seen it. Evan and Jana, his wife, have seen it. They knew all about this. For us, we were all virgins watching this. I thought it was cool to know that this was the most. But again, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and follow. It has been a blast sharing the Traitors with you. We might do a reunion episode. I don't know. We'll see about that one. But again, thanks to Jess and Chris for watching with us and participating. And thanks to all of you. Don't forget to send us your feedback. And we wish you all the best. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.